Everyone's favorite schoolmarm, the Marian Catholic, wants you to just stop fucking swearing, god damn it.
There used to be a time when a child would be reprimanded for calling his father the N-word or his mother the B-word. And it wasn't because of some puritanistic social taboo.
How is clutching one's pearls at vulgarity not puritanism?
It was because parents recognized the vulgarity of such language and were determined to hold their children accountable to a higher standard. Those were the days when society valued manners, punished inappropriate behavior, and upheld the dignity of persons in authority.
And took a big giant shit on the dignity of minorities.
How very far we have fallen since those days.
All these fundies think that the Leave It to Beaver era was so much better than today, despite the fact that crime rates are as low now as they were in the 50s, and people are not in as much danger of being lynched by rednecks or beaten to death for being gay. Yeah, we've really fallen morally since then.
Even the name of God himself, as the highest possible authority and the most deserving of our respect, is thoughtlessly tossed about in arguments, outbursts, and text messages as if it were just another cuss word. It makes sense, really. If we have no respect for authority on earth, why should we respect God? But the second commandment clearly states that we are not to take the Lord's name in vain.
That picture makes it look like Moses got the commandments out of a Pez dispenser.
And we break that commandment, to a greater or lesser degree, every single time we refer to God irreverently.
And God doesn't like this because he's a petty motherfucker. I think it was Louis C.K. who said that it's odd that God didn't feel the need to explicitly command people not to rape, but he just had to have a commandment against saying his name with a shitty attitude. Apparently that's a far graver offense.
Now, I do recognize that some people have grown up with the inclination to swear because that's what their parents did, that's what their classmates did, that's what their coworkers do. Heck, that's what everybody does.
Why is heck a permissible interjection but hell is not? They mean the same fucking thing, and people who say heck do so with the same attitude and in the same contexts as when people use hell as a swear word. So what's the fucking difference? The only thing that makes one of those words vulgar and the other not is arbitrary cultural fiat.
There is always a better, more effective way to convey a point than swearing about it. And that is a policy that we should all impart to the next generation, so that perhaps we may eventually reverse the current trend of foul language in our society.
No, you really can't convey the same vitriol without a swear word as you can with a swear word. When I was a kid, a teacher once told me that I must have a very small vocabulary if I can't make a point without swearing. I told him that if he could suggest a word that has the same impact and is as much fun to say as fuck, I will happily use that word instead.